Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Hey everybody, Striders here with another high ELO commentary. Sorry about that first little bit, my microphone was off, and that is incredibly embarrassing. I don't know why these things keep happening to me. I must not be paying attention when I should be. But the blue team versus the red team, the best matchup in all of history. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's like World War League of Legends, and that was really loud. World War League of Legends, yes. Even though it's really only North America servers, but whatever. So yeah, we get a very interesting combination, team composition for the blue team. The Malphite, Blitzcrank, Skarner. Great tanks. Well, Malphite's the only great tank. But you know, Blitz is an off tank, Skarner's pretty good tank or off tank. But then you put them all together, and that's a lot of CC. A lot of CC. So they have great initiation, great tanking, and above all else, they have quite a bit of extra amazing late game carries like Vayne and Ryze. So having Vayne and Ryze, two of the best late game carries in the game, is going to be really dangerous for the red team. But the red team does have some stuff to survive because they do have that Soraka, so they have the nice little AoE heal. They have Rammus, so he's really good at initiating. He's going to be really good at ganking as well. He's a little bit behind as far as Skarner goes, or as far as jungling goes to the Skarner. So we'll see if he can pick it up a little bit. Rumble gets really fast, especially if he picks up Powerball really quickly. So we're going to see how that goes. Top lane, I'm not sure who's going to win top lane, actually. I definitely see Ryze winning this lane against Kassadin, of course, because Ryze is a little bit more of a ranged caster. He will get silenced, but he'll still be able to get off at least one spell. Kassadin's spell will do more damage, but he won't be able to get away for the first 6 levels, and he won't be able to auto-attack Harass. Auto-attack Harass may sound stupid as far as AP mid goes, but it's one of the biggest things that separates the good AP carries from the great AP carries. Because even if you get 2 or 3 auto attacks in, even if it's just 1 auto attack in every time you throw a spell, so you throw a spell and you get an auto attack in, that's an extra, you know, like 40 to 60 damage depending on how much armor that team has, or that player has. And that adds up after a while. I mean, at this level, people only have, you know, 668, you know, get 3 or 4 auto attacks in there, and that's 200 health. 200 out of 600 is quite a bit. Oh, and there's a lot of action. So both junglers have double buffs right now. And so this could start to get scary. Rumble's getting a lot of damage off on the Malphite. Now, Malphite's much better against those AD champions than the AP champions, but that's okay. Rumble is slowed again, and he did use his slow or his speed up, but he does get back. So Scrap Shield is definitely paying itself off right now. Scrap Shield is so good. It's such a good spell, and the grab might come out here from Blitzcrank. No, they're just gonna kind of bait out the heal. I'm not sure how they're gonna be able to out-sustain. Oh, Blitz grabbed the creep. Unfortunate. And damage comes out. The cleanse does get out, and he is able to cleanse off that ignite. Although the ignite symbol still stays above, the cleanse does remove that damage over time. I think it may still leave that preventative healing on it. Blitz grabs another creep. No. So it's not the best game for Blitzcrank, but if anybody's played Blitzcrank, they know how difficult it is to land those grabs sometimes. When you land a grab, it's one of the most... It's one of the best feelings in the game. Oh, Rammus might be coming in for the gank. He's going to squeeze around those minions. He is going to get sharded. So that seismic shard, it's almost like a spell vamp, except for that it's a speed vamp. So it will slow down the Rammus, and it will speed him up for the amount that it slowed him down by, because it slows down by a percentage as well, which makes it insanely good sometimes. Especially against a Rammus. I can't think of a better spell. Oh, he's coming in. The Ignite goes down onto Rumble, and Skarner is just going to do some AoE, but he is going to turn around and try to get enough damage on the Malphite. Malphite does go down, but that was a great play by Rumble, because Rumble was able to turn that gank into a 1-for-1. And I don't know what's going on. But yeah, that great trade. 1-for-1 is always, especially for first blood, going for the first blood. It was worth the risk. Unfortunately, Rumble didn't quite get it, but it was so close that it was worth the try. And sometimes that's all that matters. You know, the try and the passion, as long as it doesn't completely crush your spirit after it doesn't work out, it's still worth the try. Let's see, Rumble is coming in, does get the slow in, and gets the flame spitter. A little bit more harass going down on both players. Rumble does not quite have his spell vamp yet, but he is overdrive, so he's going to do overheat, so he's going to do an insane amount of damage. This Malphite just doesn't have the magic resist yet, and he does have magic resist per level blue, so he is getting magic resist every time he levels, which is great, but then again, every time Rumble levels, he's going to do more base damage. And Rumble might be going back here pretty soon just to try and get that little extra spell vamp to give him an even bigger edge. And he's getting up to that over 50 heat so that he does more damage. And Malphite's just going to be using so much gold on all of his potions. Luckily, he did get a Philosopher's Stone, so that is a very smart move. The red ward, or the ward that Rumble put down in this river right here, was a great move. Kassadin's level 7, so we can go down here to gank, but they do have a blue ward here. I don't know what's going on over there. Anyway, so Kassadin is going to pick up the blue buff, which is incredibly strong. He's going to be able to gank frequently and often, and it's going to hurt. It's going to be hard. And I don't even think I've seen a Kassadin with the new item that the Chalice builds into, the Ëthan's Holy Grail. I don't think I've seen that, and I think that's going to be a really great item on Kassadin, since he can stack up his Rift Walks in a bush, and then come out and just do, oh my god, insane damage, like WTF burst, and replenish 10% of his mana right away after he gets that kill, to give them that little extra bit to Rift Walk away after he gets the kill. Rift Walk comes in, Force Pulse, Ignite comes out, he might go down, the Ignite goes down, he does Rift Walk out of there, and he is able to get out there, not completely unscathed, but unscathed enough to stay away. And a big fight going down here with the Blitz, and they grab the Soraka, unfortunately, but Vayne is still targeting the Graves instead of going after the Soraka. I'm not 100% sure on his target choices there, since he did have the buff from his passive and the Soraka heal. So Power Fist comes down, is able to get that, and the ult comes down from Skarner. Soraka does not get away. Riftwalk coming out, and the tower takes down everybody on the blue team. So they were a little bit overzealous there. The collateral damage picked up the blitz kill really easily, as well as hitting the Vayne and the Skarner for a lot of damage. Very unfortunate for the blue team, but I think they were just a little bit too cocky when it came to that particular tower dive. They didn't need to do that. I don't think it was necessary, but it's something that happens. Again, it's one of those things you learn from your mistakes. So hopefully Vayne realized that she should have targeted the Soraka after she used her heal. So after Soraka uses her heal, typically you want to auto-attack the person that doesn't have that armor buff, because that armor buff is massive. And again, Kassadin taking down Ryze. And I did not see that coming. Actually, whoa, Rumble going down up top too. I'm going to go back and see if I can get that. Okay, so the fight right here is right now. Rumble doesn't have a lot of health, and the ult comes down from Malphite, and overheated, so he wasn't able to do anything else. Unfortunate for Rumble. Malphite's just going to kind of keep it up. He's probably going to go back, pick up some items. We're going to try to get back to full time, or real time, not full time. It's like it's a job, it's full time. Grab might be coming out. Grab misses barely from the Blitzcrank. We might see a little bit of action since Kassadin's coming around from the back. Is able to get a massive amount of damage off on the Vayne. Vayne does get away. She has to ult because she doesn't want to get rift walked on top of. She's going to get a little bit of health from those golems, and it looks like Kassadin is just going to rift walk away. Get back to mid. Do a little bit of harass. And the taunt comes off on the Malphite, and the ult goes down too. Ult goes down from Rumble as well. The ignite goes down, and there's absolutely no way Malphite was getting out of that at that point in time. Unfortunately for Malphite, he did not have his ult, so he wasn't able to get away. And Ryze goes down again. So right here we have the Riftwalk Force Pulse going down. The silence going down, so he can't do anything, and he might get silenced. Oh no, the ignite goes down. Unable to do anything. Kassadin almost goes down, but it's still not quite enough damage. Unfortunately, Ryze didn't get a snare off in tower range. That might have been able to pick up the cast, and it would have been really, really close, but it's just one of those things. It seems like he's getting quite hard countered by the Kassadin. Kassadin was not ganked enough early in the game before he hit 6 that he was just kind of able to... he's starting to snowball out of control, that is for sure. Force Pulse comes out, and Rumble's gonna pick up that kill. Kassadin's coming down, misses the Force Pulse, is really low, is ignited, so he's not gonna be able to do anything. Malphite doesn't have his ult on either. Malphite's also really low. And the red team's gonna be able to get out of that fight without any casualties, but they were not able to pick up a second kill. So far, it's a great. It's been a great game by the red team. The pickup on that Chalice of Harmony, getting that extra magic resist against the Ryze that early in the game, was an incredible pickup. The Catalyst definitely helps now. He's gonna have that bonus health and mana, as well as. So Vayne is getting super low, and it's going to get really scary. And red does have a ward in this bush, so Blitz can't get any sneaky grabs off. Rumble is going to go down up top and going to take out the Malphite. Unfortunately, I have to go back for that one too. So the Equalizer coming out, and now the Flame Spitter, and there's absolutely nothing Malphite can do. Very unfortunate, but Rumble gets out without the risk of a jungle gank. The replay function is always a treat to have fun with.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Okay, so blue team's turret was destroyed, which was top turret. Great by him. Rumble coming in, gets condemned, is going to be tanking the tower. Does taunt after the cleanse goes down. Collateral damage is missed by the Graves, and it looks like he might go down. Yes, Soraka is there, is going to be able to just tank with Star Calls. Gets hit quite a few times, might actually go down. Does flash, but still goes down. Very unfortunate for the Soraka, as she didn't heal herself to give herself that armor buff. And Rammus was no longer tanking. So, oh, the ult comes in from the Malphite. He's going to be able to pick up a kill, almost 2 kills. He does shut down a killing spree. It's going to give him some extra gold, and Kassadin is right around the corner, does a force pulse and runs away. Although Malphite is still very, very healthy, and Ryze is going to try to get this free kill. He doesn't get a stun in, though, and Rumble is going to get a free kill off, and doesn't quite get it. Malphite is able to pick up that kill. Vayne does condemn, but it doesn't condemn into a wall. And force pulse over the wall, and Rumble is going to pick up Vayne without a problem. Malphite is not protecting the AD carry, trying to go for that kill. It was a fantastic bait by Kassadin. Kassadin was so low that the Malphite had like no chance. Oh, and the grab comes out from the Blitz, and Blitz has the silence, so he was able to prevent him from force pulsing, but he didn't have enough damage, and another power fist comes out, but it is not enough because those auto attacks with red buff from Kassadin. Kassadin does go down from the Malphite finally. His greed paid off, and the crystal suppression comes out. The impale, sorry, crystal suppression, impale, it's like the same thing. Big fight's still going down. Wow, this is a really long fight. Graves turns around, does the collateral damage, quick draws away, gets a little bit of damage, and then Rumble coming out of nowhere with the Powerball and the taunt, with his ult going down, the tremors just wrecking everybody, and Ryze is hopefully going to try to snare. No, he's just going to keep running. Very bloody fight, as you can see just right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 deaths in, and that was just there. There was like multiple deaths. This game went from almost a it was like 5 to 7, and then it's 9 to 18. It was ridiculous. Kassadin's still super beefy, and they're gonna get very worried about this Kassadin here pretty soon. I don't know if he's gonna go for Rod of Aegis or if he's just gonna go straight for the Ëthan's Holy Grail, but we'll find out. And in the meantime, Graves now has double buffs. Never a good thing to give somebody that's naturally tanky like Graves through his passive. Is also an AD carry to give him 5 kills, 3 assists, 137 creep kills, and double buffs. Graves is going to be very difficult to kill at this point in time. He's going to do a lot of damage. Even Rumble's doing an insane amount of damage. Rumble's 7 and 3. So all the kills are going on to the right people. They're going on to their main carries. Rumble, Kassadin, and Graves. You can't ask for any more than that. Kassadin coming in, does as much damage as he can, but he does run away. Rumble gets condemned by the Vayne, but Vayne's going in, getting a little bit too greedy. Collateral damage does pick up the Ryze, and blue team is forced to pull back, but it looks like Skarner is going man mode. 1v5. The other 2 people in the blue team had to back off. They knew they were going to lose that fight, and they didn't want to risk getting themselves killed as well. A grab comes out from the Blitz, getting a little bit of damage. Kassadin might come help. Yes, Kassadin is going to come back and do as much damage as he can. Kassadin rift walking over the wall, doesn't want to pursue anymore because he knows that Blitzcrank does have all of his silences and his ult, and Kassadin rift walk just through line of sight on that Blitzcrank, and so neither of them saw each other, it seems. That was a very interesting play. Blitzcrank was right here, and Kassadin was here, and he rift walked here, so he missed Blitzcrank, and then Blitzcrank was like, whoa, hey, I just saw something. Red team is pushing mid really hard now at this point, and Skarner is pinging blue buff so that Ryze can get a little bit more back into this game. So Ryze is 0 and 5. He does have 114 creep kills, which is the same as Kassadin, but he has 0 kills. It's not a good game for Ryze right now, but Ryze, oh, collateral damage comes out, and so does the equalizer, Impale comes down, but they don't have a tower anymore. Silence comes out from Blitzcrank, and Rumble is just doing so much damage right now. He does get exhausted, gets snared, he's still not able to do. Skarner is, again, in man mode, ahead of everybody. Rumble was able to space out 2 or 3 of those people without a problem. And Riftwalk coming out, and a flash. They are able to pick up that kill onto the Ryze. Another Riftwalk coming out, Force Pulse. And Surrender Vote does come out. GG for the blue team. And congratulations to the red team. I love seeing this victory screen. That's probably the best thing about casting games. You will never ever see the defeat screen ever again. It's like you win 100% of the time. Your morale's always high because you're completely unbiased based on who wins or who loses. As long as you see a good game, good plays all around, and you always get the victory screen. It's great. I enjoyed this game because of Kassadin. Kassadin was one of the first champions I really liked playing. One of the first champions I even ever played, actually. Him and Zillion were the only ones I played. But he kind of fell out of favor with a lot of the new AP mids that just destroy him. And the item changes, everything, just a combination of everything. But Kassadin definitely pulled it out this game. He pulled out all the stops and was able to do everything that Kassadin is good at. He was roaming around, he was ganking, he stayed on top of his mana, he was able to shut down the mid AP champion. And that's exactly what Kassadin needed to do, and that's exactly what happened. Luckily for him, Skarner's not a good pre-level 6 ganker, and when Skarner hits 6, Kassadin's already going to be 6, so he's going to see Skarner come in there before Skarner gets the Impale off. Overall, fantastic game. I enjoyed it. It was a 20-minute surrender. It was a tad bit lopsided, but great plays came out from both teams. Just so happens that red team came out on top. Alright, anyway, guys, subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter at SitDownGaming. I should be doing daily casts, so you should see high ELO casts like this anywhere. I try to stay above 2,000 ELO at all times. If you have any requests of players that you want to see me cast, comment on one of my videos. Say, hey, this is what you can improve on, but I want to see this this player play. So I can spectate anybody. I have access to pretty much everybody as long as I'm casting when they're playing. I can find them. I can get into one of their games. It's a little bit difficult recently because of all the tournaments that have been going on, but I'm still able to get some high quality games, as you can see here. But yeah, have a great day, guys. See you tomorrow.